Hello everyone, welcome to another killer episode of The Save Room with me, Chris Miller. Today we've got a classic that finally got a well-deserved remake, and in my opinion, this is how remakes should be done. But is it a perfect 300? Because remember, we do that here. Of course, this game has divided fans because no fan base is ever satisfied with new content. I'm looking at you, Silent Hill fans. I read your Reddit posts. Stop crying. And if you're new here, don't worry, I roast everyone equally. Resident Evil fans, your turn's coming up. If you don't know the system, it's G.A.S. No, not some Gen Z term. It's literally G.A.S. Gameplay, art, story. We add those up, multiply by my factor score, and that gives us a total out of 300. So far, we've had some real heavy hitters, and if you want to widen the net, drop some games in the comments, and I'll dive right in. All right, let's step into the fog of Silent Hill. The Silent Hill 2 remake. The original dropped back in 2001, and it wasn't just a game. It was a cultural gut punch, one of the most pivotal horror titles ever made. But here's the real question. Does it hold up in 2025? Let's find out. Starting off with gameplay, yes, it's been modernized. We've got a dodge mechanic now and a smoother, more fluid feel overall. Back in 2001, James moved like he was stuck in molasses. Realistic? Sure, if you're being chased by mannequins with 4 legs, you're really gonna throw hands like a champ? Yeah, probably not. Some fans swear they like the old stiff controls, but let's be honest, that's nostalgia talking. This is the same crowd that says tank controls are peak design. I'm looking at you again, Resident Evil fan base. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While the remake follows the bones of the original, some areas feel stretched, like they padded it to make the game feel beefier. Pacing isn't bad, but a few levels drag just a little longer than they needed to. The UI, smooth, feels natural, immersive, and doesn't get in the way. Boss fights, chef's kiss. Unlike Metal Gear Delta, where they literally copied boss fights frame for frame, here they kept the foundation but added extra wrinkles. More blood, more tears, more intensity, and it works. Puzzles are classic Silent Hill. Clever, cryptic, occasionally rage quit your controller into the wall frustrating. And I'm looking at you, Toluca Prison Puzzle. But my only real knock, some scenes are just a little too dark. Atmosphere is key, completely. But if I can't see the monster that's trying to kill me, that's not scary, that's just bad lighting. Gameplay score 9 out of 10. It's solid, modern, immersive. Could they have gone bolder? Sure, but in a psychological horror game, restraint can be a strength. Now the fun part, the art. When that first trailer dropped and James looked into the mirror, you could see his pores, his wrinkles, even the stress under his eyes. Unreal, no pun intended. But where they blew me away was the subtle detail work. Dark circles under his eyes get deeper over time. His fingernails get grimier. You can even see faint tan lines where his wedding ring used to be. That's detail, baby. The environment's stunning. Puddles that reflect like glass, the fog, the streets, the town just feels like alive. It's breathing at you, watching you. Toluca Prison, sound design alone deserves an award. You can hear clanging chains, faint whispers, that low hum in the distance that makes you check over your shoulder in real life. Now, some people online say the voice acting in the original was better. To that I say, shut up. Go watch the OG cutscenes and tell me that stiff delivery was better.
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother.
The new voiceover and mocap sync is fantastic. It actually sells the emotion instead of making it awkward. Music, it's Silent Hill. Akira Yamaoka, and I'm probably saying his name wrong, is a legend for a reason. Dreamlike, haunting, sometimes so subtle it feels like it crawled in through your subconsciousness. The score feels like the town itself is playing it. And the enemies? This is Silent Hill's bread and butter. The nurses? Still nightmare fuel. Pyramid Head? Still haunting my search history. They nailed it. Art score, 10 out of 10. Unreal Engine 5 got the business here.
It's giving them the business.
This is what happens when a remake isn't afraid to flex. Alright, here we go. Story, the elephant in the fog.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That was dumb, and I don't know why I wrote that. Silent Hill 2 has one of the greatest narratives in gaming, period. Themes of guilt, grief, loneliness. It's heavy, it's tragic, and it sticks. Even 20 plus years later, it can make you sit back in your chair like,
Damn.
Characters feel fleshed out, memorable, and the dialogue tweaks they added in the remake just enough to polish without ruining the soul behind it. Now, here's where I'm torn. It's basically the same story from 2001. Incredible? Yes. Original? Not anymore. And because of that, I can't hand out a perfect 10. But I also can't just slap a 9.5 on it like I did with MGS Delta. So I'm going rogue. Story score 9.7 out of 10. It's not a brand new masterpiece, but they took something already near perfect, trimmed the fat, and delivered it with emotional weight intact. Now the factor score, and I know some of you are going to get mad at this. Chris, you loved the game. This deserves a 10, man. It deserves it. Here's the thing. A 10 for me is a once-in-a-generation game. It's a game that leaves me speechless, controller in hand, maybe with a tear running down my face, and I know I'll be telling my grandkids about it one day. As incredible as this remake is, it's still a remake. I knew what was coming. It haunted me, inspired me. Hell, I even replayed it a couple times while working on my own Unreal projects just to ask myself, how the hell did they pull this off? But it didn't surprise me. Factor score, 9 out of 10. So let's tally this G.A.S. That's so weird to say. Gameplay, 9. Art, 10. Story, 9.7 with a factor score of 9. That gives Silent Hill 2 Remake a final score of 258.3. I'm going to round it down because, I had to be weird with decimals. So the final score is a 258 out of 300. Our reigning champ currently in the save room. For now. But what do you think? Did I score it too high? Too low? Did the nurses make you feel things you're not ready to talk about? Drop it in the comments. Or your therapist. I want to hear it. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. New reviews are coming every week. This has been The Save Room. I'm Chris Miller, signing off. And remember, don't forget to save.